Alright, so I felt like with this one I had to use Linux to record. I couldn't boot into Windows and do this because this is... I did this. This is kind of interesting. I did this video a year and a half ago. It's just the audio was kind of wonky, and so I decided not to release it. So I'm redoing it now. But this is a fascinating thing. So let me walk you through the history of Edge, and specifically Edge for Linux. Actually, you know what? I'm going to install it first, and then I'll walk you guys through it. So, download for Linux off of the Microsoft website. I thought Linux was a cancer. Alright. Interesting. They got it for everything. Yeah, when something's open source, it tends to be used by more people. Well, that's a dumb statement, but anyway. It can be, or people are more willing to use it if it's open source. At least I am. Alright, so I hit accept, close that. Yeah, I want to keep that. And I want to launch Deb, where are you? You're way over here on a different monitor. Alright, so Microsoft Edge stable. When I did this originally, it was a dev branch, if I remember correctly, because you know it hadn't been really officially released yet. Now it is released. Could not install. Could not find packages. What in the world? All right, I'm gonna try it again, because the beta worked a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago, September. So I mean, yeah, coming up on 2 years ago. Okay, now it installed. Sweet. So now if I type in this and type in Edge, Microsoft Edge. Ooh, you're way over here on this monitor. Let's put you over here. Can I? Why can't I grab that and then make it better? Haha! This is just not working. No, I won't help Microsoft, but I will hit this button. Alright, so you're just huge. My other monitor's a little big. Can I not shrink this guy here? There we go. Alright, so how we want to go with, this used to be centered, but I resized so it looks a little wonky. Alright, I'm going to do focused. Let's see, informal, no things. Yeah, we'll do focused. We're going to hit confirm. We're not going to sync. Oh, this is a little problematic, isn't it? I can't click that because Sure, I guess I'll sign in because no, man, I don't want to create an account. Can I not hit? Wow, it's not working for me. I'm gonna move it over here to my other monitor real quick, see if I can click on things. No, I have to sign in to sync data. That can't be true. Ah, I got an X. Alright, I was able to X out of that junk. Alright, I'm going to move it back over here. Alright, cool. So Edge is installed and I'm here. And so let's hit, let's go. Okay, I know how to shop. Okay, Microsoft's selling you stuff. Browse with ease. Now that we're not using Internet Explorer, now you can browse with ease. Oh, and if my camera's a little weird on this, long story short, this camera doesn't work real well with Linux. Welcome to Linux. Goodness, I'm just going to hit next. Does this ever end? Okay. Import your data. Download Edge for mobile. Yeah, it's dying to do that. Okay, so now I want to walk you through how ironic this is, because this is irony at its best. So let's Wikipedia this junk. Oh, we're using Bing. Great. All right, so let's look at this. I'm going to show you how ironic this is, because we're going to go to KDE. What was KDE? Well, what is KDE? KDE is a framework, a desktop environment framework, and it's excellent. I don't use it. It's excellent. But I saw it the first time. It had to have been about the year 2000. Maybe it was 99, but I'll say for good measure, I found out about KDE in the year 2000. And one thing that it had that was really cool was a environment or a browser slash file manager. So the file manager, kind of like Finder on the Mac or Windows Explorer on Windows, that was or is based on a browser called Khtml. So let's just search this page for Khtml. Nothing there. All right, well, just trust me, that was what it was. I'm actually going to jump from KDE over to Khtml, because that page has to exist, and it does. All right, so Khtml is a browser engine developed by the KDE framework. See, I'm not lying. It is the default engine for, of the Konqueror browser. Okay, so Khtml is Konqueror is to Khtml as Chromium is to Chrome, or WebKit is to Safari, etc., etc. So it's just the brand name of the engine. And so with Linux 22 years ago, you got this great browser called Konqueror. Konqueror is a free and open source web browser and a file manager. What's really interesting is this company called Apple decided, hey, around probably when Apple acquired back Steve Jobs, not only did you get Steve Jobs, you got a great operating system that's Unix based. And because things were Unix based, it makes it real easy for Apple to say, hey, we can just take the source code of Khtml and we can create this thing called WebKit. And so that's what they did. So let's look up WebKit. What's the history of WebKit? WebKit is a browser engine developed by Apple, used for its Safari. Let's go to origins. The code would become WebKit began in '98 as the KHTML layout engine. Okay, so from WebKit we have Apple's version of it called Safari, and Google decided, hey, let's take this really cool WebKit engine and let's fork it. And so if you look up Chromium, where did Chromium come from? Let's see. Let's go down to history. Google Chromium debuted along with the source code was made available. Upon release, Chrome was criticized. Really? So it doesn't say anything. Version 3 was first. Hold on, it has to say something about WebKit, right? No. Why? What? KHTML? Safari? Wow. They give you no credit? So Chromium gives you... They give you no... The code base provided investment code was Google Chromium, which was proprietary software. Chromium code base is widely used. Chromium Edge, Samsung... Oh, come on, man. You've got to give us some. Oh, Chromium is a free and open source project. Wow, the way they write this is as if Google started Chromium and no credit. I know we can edit this, and we probably should. Chromium has been a Google project since its... man. No. Chromium is a fork. There we go. Having a heart attack. Google refers to this project as the offshoot of Chromium OS. The Chromium browser codebase is widely used, so therefore, there we go. Finally, okay? So we go, remember, so we go from Khtml, the Konqueror browser on Linux. Apple says, that looks good, let's call it WebKit. Google looks at that and says, ooh, WebKit's good, I'm going to create Chromium. We're going to create Chromium. Microsoft looks at Chromium and says, that looks really good. Let's go to Edge. So we've got Chromium, and what is Edge based on? Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge is a cross-platform web browser created by Microsoft. It was with it works on Linux, the Cancerous operating system. The Chromium-based Edge replaced Internet Explorer IE. So, how ironic is it that I'm surfing the web on Linux using a Khtml-based browser? Anyway, felt like I had to wear a red hat to Red Hat Linux when I did this video. But it's a fascinating story in my humble opinion. Have a good weekend.